12 Driver Education Expert Tips for Safe Driving. Having your vehicle run out of gas can be a stressful and scary experience, especially if you are in an unfamiliar area. Fortunately, there are steps you can take to get back on the road as quickly and safely as possible. The first step is to remain calm and assess the situation. If you are able to move the car off of the road or onto a nearby shoulder, do so to ensure that traffic can pass without causing any issues. After that, contact friends or family for assistance or look into calling a tow truck for help. If those options aren't available to you, then it's time to call upon professionals such as roadside service companies who specialize in this type of situation. These companies will typically bring gasoline, or diesel, directly to your location while also providing other services such as tire repair and jump starts if needed. Driving on icy roads can be a challenge for even the most experienced drivers. It is important to take extra precautions when driving in this type of weather to ensure your safety and the safety of those around you. Here are some tips for driving safely on icy roads. Slow down and increase your following distance, as it takes longer to stop or turn on icy roads. Make sure your tires have plenty of tread so they can grip the road surface better and avoid sudden braking or acceleration if possible. Keep an eye out for black ice, especially near patches of standing water, bridges, and shady areas where frost may form overnight. It is also important to stay alert and pay attention as conditions can change quickly on an icy road. For added safety, equip your car with tire chains or snow tires during winter months to provide you with more traction while driving over slick surfaces. Blind spots can be a major issue when it comes to driving, and they can cause many dangerous situations. Blind spots are those areas around your vehicle that you can't see when you look out of the windows or mirrors. Everyone has different blind spots depending on how their car is designed, but knowing what yours are and how to take precautions for them is essential for safe driving. When it comes to blind spots, cars usually have two, one at the rear and one at each side. The rear blind spot exists because there's no mirror placed directly behind the car, so drivers need to turn their heads to check this area before reversing or changing lanes. Dashboard lights in your vehicle are the first line of defense for any mechanical issue. Knowing what each light means and how to handle it can be the difference between a minor repair and an expensive one. Understanding your dashboard lights is not only important for keeping your car running smoothly, but also for keeping yourself safe on the road. The most common dashboard lights include check engine, low oil pressure, brake system warning, battery alert, tire pressure monitoring system, TPMS, ABS/ESP warning indicators, airbag readiness indicator and coolant temperature warning. While some of these may just mean a minor adjustment is needed, like filling up on fluids or changing your oil filter, others could require more extensive repairs that should be handled by a professional mechanic immediately. Buying a used car is an important decision for many individuals and families. But it can be a tricky process, with both pros and cons to consider. On the plus side, buying a used car usually means saving money upfront since new cars are often more expensive. Used cars are also less likely to suffer from significant depreciation in value as soon as they're driven off the lot like new cars do. Additionally, purchasing from established used car dealers often comes with additional warranties or guarantees that can give buyers peace of mind when making the purchase. On the other hand, there are several cons to buying a used car that must be taken into account before signing on the dotted line. For instance, second-hand vehicles may have higher maintenance costs due to wear and tear over time. This could end up costing much more than expected if you aren't prepared for it financially. Driver's license points are a vital component of the driving laws in the United States. When a driver commits a traffic violation, they are issued traffic tickets with corresponding points. The amount of points varies from state to state, but all states use this system as a means to monitor and enforce safe driving practices. The number of points issued is based on the severity of the offense. For example, minor offenses such as speeding may receive 1 or 2 points, while more serious offenses like DUI or reckless driving can result in 5 or more license points being issued to the violator. Once enough points have been accumulated, drivers face penalties such as fines and even loss of their driver's license privileges for an extended period of time. In order to prevent potential losses due to excessive violations, it is important for all drivers to practice safe and responsible driving habits at all times. When your car overheats, it can be a nerve-wracking experience. Knowing what to do when this happens can help you avoid serious damage to your vehicle and keep yourself safe. Here are some steps to take if your car is starting to overheat. First, pull off the road and turn off the engine as soon as possible. This will prevent further damage from occurring and keep you from getting injured should the radiator explode or catch fire. Then, check the coolant level in your radiator. If it's low, fill it up with a mixture of water and antifreeze. It's also important to check for visible leaks in the hose lines that might be causing fluid loss in addition to opening up the hood of the car for ventilation purposes. Losing one's license is a major event for anyone who drives. It can lead to significant hardship and difficulty getting around, as well as increased insurance costs. Losing a driver's license can occur in different ways. Depending on the severity of the offense or violation, license revocation may be imposed by either the state or federal governments. The most common cause of driver's license revocation is driving under the influence, DUI. Other violations such as excessive speeding, reckless driving, and failure to pay parking tickets also qualify for suspension or revocation. In addition to these offenses, failure to abide by court orders related to traffic violations can also result in suspension or revocation of one's driver's license. If caught driving without a valid license after it has been revoked, individuals may face additional penalties such as fines and/or imprisonment. With the summer months quickly approaching, it's important for teens to be aware of the safety risks associated with driving during hot weather. Heat can cause car batteries and tires to malfunction, while high humidity can make roads slick and dangerous. To ensure a safe and smooth ride this summer, here are some helpful tips for teen drivers. First, check tire pressure regularly. When temperatures rise above 80 degrees Fahrenheit, tire pressure increases by 1 pound per inch to psi for every 10-degree increase in temperature. The standard maximum tire inflation pressure should not exceed the vehicle manufacturer's recommended level listed on the door or inside of your car. Additionally, having an emergency roadside kit stocked with tools like a spare tire is essential in case of a flat or other mechanical issues due to heat conditions. One of the most important skills for any driver is knowing how to safely change lanes and merge. When done properly, changing lanes and merging can be a great way to improve the flow of traffic, but it's important that drivers know how to do this safely. The first step for changing lanes or merging is using your signal lights. Signaling well in advance will alert other drivers on the road of your intentions and give them time to adjust accordingly. It's also important that drivers check their mirrors before switching lanes, looking to make sure there is enough space between them and other vehicles as they move into a new lane. When merging with another roadway, it's important to match speed with traffic in order to avoid any sudden stops or collisions. When driving, it is important to maintain a safe following distance between you and the vehicle in front of you. Knowing how to calculate the ideal space between your car and the one in front of you can help prevent rear-end collisions in case of sudden stops or unexpected hazards. The rule of thumb for determining a safe following distance is to allow at least one car length for every 10 miles per hour that you are traveling. This means if you are going 40 miles per hour, then maintain at least 4 car lengths away from the car ahead. Additionally, make sure to double this distance when driving on slippery, wet roads or during inclement weather, such as heavy snow, rain or fog, when visibility is reduced and stopping distances increase significantly. If you are planning a long road trip, it is important to know what should be packed in order to make the most of your journey. Whether you're driving for hours or days, there are some essential items that you will need to bring with you for a comfortable and enjoyable experience. First and foremost, it is important to have an emergency kit on hand in case something happens while on the road. This should include items such as jumper cables, flares, first aid supplies and basic tools such as a screwdriver and wrench. Waterproof matches or a lighter are also recommended in case of emergency uses too. Furthermore, it is also wise to bring along blankets, pillows and extra clothing just in case something unexpected occurs during the trip.